Weekend. New tonight, one man is dead after being shot by a Nacogdoches County Sheriff's deputy as bystanders watched. Now, before that shooting, the victim created some tense moments in Etoile, that's in Nacogdoches County. Folks there say a disturbed man was attempting to hijack vehicles and even intruded a home before he was shot and killed. Our Donna McCollum has more.
The officer-involved shooting happened in plain view of so many. A man, after going on a rampage up and down Highway 103, was shot by a Nacogdoches County Sheriff's deputy. Paul Free was directly across the street.
The officer asked the man to get down on the ground, had his gun pointed at him, said, "Get down on the ground." The guy kept hollering back at the officer, would not listen to him. The third time, the guy took a step like this to the officer, and the officer shot him twice.
Just minutes earlier, a man said he was cut by the strange-acting man. Free says the suspect walked down the middle of 103 where he dropped the weapon. He then came into Free's outdoor resale shop.
Hollering he needed a ride. He needed a ride. We said, "No, you're not getting a ride."
Free then describes how the agitated man wouldn't listen to anyone.
The man was out of control, so we didn't know what was wrong with him or what his problem was, but he needed some help.
It was just like this. And he came in.
David Pierce was home just down 226 on the couch when the erratic man barged in wanting a ride.
He kept saying something about a mile up the road.
Pierce's first thought was to get the intruder out of the house. They came outside and a confrontation occurred.
Grabbed me and turned me back and pushed me toward the van.
Pierce's nephew came to his uncle's rescue and sent the uncontrolled man on his way. When he got back to the intersection, Free said he saw him once again trying to hijack vehicles.
He got in a pickup. We got him out of the pickup, and he jumped on the man's boat.
All attempts to calm the man down were unsuccessful. His life ended when facing the deputy. Free watched it happen and said the officer had no choice.
The officer did his job. He did it like he's supposed to. My hat's off to him. He's a good man.
The DPS and Texas Rangers will conduct an investigation. The suspect's body was transported to Tyler for an autopsy. Donna McCollum, East Texas News Weekend.
And witnesses say the deputies tried to stop the bleeding and they also administered CPR.
I'm Donna McCollum with this East Texas News Web Extra. I am here in Etoile, Texas, on 103, just right at the 226 intersection. As we've been reporting, there has been an officer-involved shooting. I sent in some video earlier that hopefully we'll be able to get up on the web soon, but behind me is the apparent crime scene of where the shooting took place. I observed an ambulance as well as a hearse that was being used. They took the body from the ambulance and moved it into the hearse, and it just drove off just a few minutes ago. Judge Dorothy Tigner did the inquest, and she's holding off on releasing the name of the victim at this time, but she said it was not somebody from this area. What we're hearing from a live Facebook report from the sheriff is that this person allegedly was trying to intrude into people's homes and hijack cars and just presenting a threatening danger to some of the residents here in Etoile. 911 calls were placed to the sheriff's office and they arrived quickly. Now, there was a period of time where 103 was shut down so that they could complete their investigation, but now it is open and traffic is flowing. So the latest here in Etoile is that a male has been shot and he did not survive. He has been killed apparently by a Nacogdoches County Sheriff's deputy or a law enforcement officer. And the officer is all right. He is doing good, but definitely probably a little nervous right about now. The Texas Rangers and the Department of Public Safety will be taking over the investigation. So the sheriff's just asking that anybody that comes to the Etoile area be aware that the traffic is running slow. They are stopping it at either end of the investigation scene. And we've got volunteer firefighters out here keeping the traffic flow going. Reporting from Etoile, this is Donna McCollum with an East Texas News Web Extra.
Okay, this is Sheriff Jason Bridges. We're here in Etoile, Texas. We are at a scene. If you are going through Etoile and 103 at 226 today, be prepared to slow down as we are working a crime scene here. We have had, unfortunately, an officer-involved shooting that just occurred about an hour ago. The original call came in as a suspect was involved in a disturbance, had possibly stabbed somebody or cut somebody. We're still investigating that, a family member. The suspect then attempted to hijack several vehicles that was in the area. There were some disturbances with the motorists in those cars, as I'm sure you can assume. The officer found the suspect at 103 and 226, and an altercation occurred which led to a shooting. Unfortunately, all officers did everything they could do to save the suspect's life. CPR was conducted, but the suspect has been pronounced deceased. We will still be on scene at some time. At a further later date, we will release later details. I'm good, thank you. The Texas Rangers is on scene. They will be investigating the shooting incident. My CID investigators and deputies will be investigating a possible home invasion that the suspect possibly did, along with some attempted to steal some vehicles in the area, some carjackings. So we'll be handling that aspect of the investigation. We will not have any further information to release on this. We will have the Texas Department of Public Safety, since they're handling the case, do any further press releases on it. I have had several media call me right now. I just don't have time to respond to it, so I just decided to get up on Facebook Live so they can get the information from here. But again, please avoid this area. We will be in this area. We are working several crime scenes in Etoile area. If you do not need to travel through here, please go another way. Traffic will be congested. We'll be on the scene for several hours, and that's about all we can release at this point. The deputies are not injured. One suspect is deceased, and the Texas Rangers again are investigating this. So I'll just give you a quick shoot around the area. There's several law enforcement obviously here. We got the Etoile Volunteer Fire Department assisting us in directing traffic while we're out here. All right, have a good day. See if I can end this.
stock, a truck engineered from the ground up by the one and only Jeep. Don't just push boundaries, erase them completely. So, where's the deal, you ask? Right now, all new Jeep Gladiators come with a free spray and bed liner. You heard that right, a free spray and bed liner. You wanted a deal? Now, there's your deal. The all-new Jeep Gladiator. Only at Mike Perry Motor Company, U.S. Highway 59 South, Nacogdoches.
Increase your viewing pleasure with a new flat screen TV from Dixon Furniture. Put a 42-inch flat screen TV in your home for just $10 a week.
We're Dixon Furniture, the best furniture store in Lufkin.